love it when they come together nice and easily. Next is, this one is Antique Pattern. Okay, so rather than pulling up my guillotine all the time, because I know I've got a few pages to trim, I've pulled up my cutter stitch and wanted it there. Now, even though it was actually too high for the image on the back, so I trimmed to this image and to the height that I could have, because I love this image and I'm okay with these strips on the side. So I want this one to be in the center, and it's going to be my center page of the signature, because I love that image just so much. Nothing's going to go over it. So you can put pages in just for yourself to look at. Have these, I think, one of these, so I've got to pick one. I finally need to pick one, and I need to trim it shorter. On here I need to trim, so now the question is, am I trimming top or bottom? And I don't want to look at that, so it's going that way there. Alright, so that one is done. That is one colour. I think we have a look at what we've got in tea bags. In here I've got some tea bags that are live, like, you know, collected. So I've got all sorts of interesting things, and then I've also got like the tags, so I quite fancy using some of those. And then I've got I don't think I want those because they were gifted to me. That I've got tea bags. Now these were from fruit teas. Also use those. I don't want to use this side. I want to do it on the other side of the paper. And yeah, we'll do that one because that looks more tea coloured. Now, what I was thinking was of like staggering some of these tea bags, or maybe even these little square ones, or rectangle ones, because I quite like the torn edges of them. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. The question is, what's going to be the best way to do it? I think what I'm going to do is decoupage them on. Oops, hang on. Before we do anything, nearly forgot. I need to shorten it. So now we're going to decoupage it. And I'm going to fold the page, like just finger press it fold, so that I know kind of where we're at, and I can just see that line there. So yeah, and that's okay. I don't want them finishing directly on there, but that's fine, and I like that there. I want some tea bags with character. So if I put the small ones on top, yep, that looks cool. I am tempted to do, actually, with this page, is to sew them on. And they should sew okay. And then have one of these, because that's kind of the colour. So if I do that, I think we'll go that way. I don't want my two coloured ones, so let's go that way. Yep, done. Done, 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 done. I think I might use art glitter glue in kind of the middle of the tea bag area, so I can then sew around the outside. Now, so long as I don't sit down in the middle, I should be okay. So, let's just do one side first. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I want to do that there. There. Because I just want to get my placement right there to see if this is going to work. So I want pretty much just that. Okay. Making sure. That'll give them overnight to stick in place. Right. We're going to put, and I know that's going to be annoying, but that's cool. I want to do that. Alright, so just over the last, whoops, there. And then that will get sewn in place. And this stash tag was also from my ephemera swap partner Tanya, because I'd never seen them, and she sent it to me. Because we go, I want to use both sides. Oh no, I want the stash more. And I know Tanya will get that reference, because she's been encouraging me to do Junk Journal July. Right, so there. Okay, so that one I need to dry, and I need to take that upstairs, because that's where my sewing machine is at the moment. Considering I had no idea what I wanted to do with this page, all I know is I wanted to use tea bags, because that is what the prompt was. I think that's so cool. I love it. Right, so that is tea bag. We used 8 tea bags. Right, shift you out of the way for now. I'm just going to do this one, which is a quick one. So this is Stamp It, and I've got a video on how I did this. Whoops. Now I'll come back and glue those on. So what we want to do is walnut stain. So now I'm going to I want that way around, don't I? No, this way. So this will tuck out, and let's just put that page in there. So if I tuck them out to there, that, or even to there. But so what I'm thinking is I can either just go across there and have it as a tuck spot. I want an eyelet in there. That's what I might do. Okay, I finally found some eyelets in kind of the best colour match that I could get. And then I am just going to, in the top corner here, and using my large eyelet hole, and I'm just eyeballing it at about 1/4 of an inch in, and be the same on this one. Now we've got tan for on here. Whoops, wrong way around. Maybe press that too hard because I've cracked the paint on there, but that's okay. I don't mind. And then, and this is a really long one, so I hope it's not too long. Do exactly the same on this one, and there, that one split nicely. Right, that's all we need that for. So now these can so I'll have one over there, and I'll tuck it in so to the point where the eyelet is on there. So that's cool. So pull that out, and then let's put this one there. So now placement. Where do we want them? I don't mind that they're overlapping. And there. Yep, so it's definitely shorter. That's okay. Alright, so if I do about quarter of an inch and 1/4 of an inch. So if I put the back one in first, then I can make sure the front one is there. So, and I just want to make sure that I've got my tabs even. That's the only thing I do want to do. Right, now we can glue that. I'm not quite sure what's gonna be the easiest way to do this. Right. So, yep, okay, I think I know. Now we're going to glue down the side, glue across the bottom, right, so this is just gluing one half. So we want to line up with there and there and there and there. So this one may not be quite as easy, but I'm sure we'll get there. Done. Oh, actually it was easy. That looks pretty cool. Right, so now we are doing the same for this one. Alright, let's have a look at that. Awesome, that looks cool. I love it. Now, are we going to put these in or not? So we were going to have one. To be honest, I don't think they need it. No, I'm not going to put them in. Alright, page done. So that's the first one for our third signature. Alright, so that was postcards. Oops, soft pencil, postcards. Okay, next. Now this is the easiest one of the lot. Tag. All I need to, I'm not going to fold it that way, so I just need to fold it this way. So, first of all, that way. So, if I just do a, I want that, and I want that. Okay, so where do we want this to be? Line that up there. So, and of course it's not on any of the lines. Right, okay, we'll take it up to that one, shall we? And making sure we are lined up with there. We are lined up with there. And then we're going along this top line here. That's it. So that's one. And fold down. We then do if I do this way, are you going to cooperate? So there, and right, A6, that's what we want. And then, because I did it that way, we're folding this way. Okay, so now, if I do that, and then I will have a flip out, I think. Just leave it like that. So, there we go. Next page, done. So that is our tag. This is lace. Now this was a printable from Graphics Fairy. Weathered, and this is their premium membership site, weathered lace patterns. So I have it, trimmed it to size. So all I'm going to do is fold it in half. And whoops, I didn't trim it straight, but that's okay. There we go, done. So this one was just a printable, and that is for bird. And this was on Vintage, from Vintage by Me, the Vintage Grunge Peacock Junk Journal kit. And I want that this way out. And still, yeah, still a little bit of colour there. Alright. Another printable, and this is something vintage. And this was from Seven Plaza, Marguerite, and from her calligraphy kit. And I know I wanted this writing on the outside. Now did this, I have, this one I need to trim down, that was it. But, no, I was going to do a fold up pocket. That's right, I think. Because, yeah, I don't want to lose any of this page. So, if I bring this again, and what did I do? I can't remember how I measured this. So if I do, nope, you can make it bigger, Paula. It's not the end of the world. So if I might bring it up to there. So this page is going to be slightly shorter. But am I going to, so hang on. No, if I bring this up to there, that line there, I'm going to lose all of those pencils. I don't want to do that. So, am I going to have to do it this way around? Or, no, see, I don't want to let, I suppose if I do it that way, then that will be on the pocket. Okay, I guess I'm doing it this way around. So if I do it there, and I bring the pocket up to there, okay. It's not what I wanted, but I can live with it. And so yeah, we're bringing it to this one. Alright. So I'm going to lose that, which is a shame, but now why can't I do that? Because I didn't think of that. Nothing's stopping me from having the pockets on the outside. instead of on the inside. Right, so now I just need to glue, and that's 1, 2. I'm disappointed to lose like some of this bottom bit, but it is what it is. That's 1. That's 2. And oh yeah, that's quite cool on the inside. Right, done. Okay, so we've got 2 pages left.